Welcome, fair people of YouTube. Today I'm excited to talk about the second prebuilt deck, which is Lightning Speed, the Swordcraft deck. So without further ado, I think I explained everything in the previous video. We'll just jump into it straight up. And I have to say, guys, I'm really excited about this deck because it actually seems pretty good, alright? Let me quickly go through it. So as always, we have 10 basic cards. We have Quick Bladers, Outlast Knights, Ascetic Knights, and White Generals. Then we are getting bronzes. So for those who haven't seen my previous video about forest decks, this is covering the pre-built decks of Rise of Bahamut and Tempest of the Gods, right? So only cards from these two expansions and basic cards are included in this deck. That's why the pre-built decks may seem unoptimal, alright? Because, you know, these expansions are already past. This is kind of an old meta, and these decks are most likely built to, you know, bring you some collection value if you missed those expansions, or you know, some cards that maybe you can use. But yeah, but this deck is actually pretty good. We get some pretty good cards. So let's quickly get through it, right? We get Triple Samurai, which is a pretty good 2-drop, right? It's a 2-mana 2-2, what can go wrong here? We get Triple Navargard Simon, which is actually also pretty good. We get Double Blitz Lancer, also a very good card. Captain Lesia, a lot of people expected her to be broken, but I guess she hasn't found home yet. Then we get Vagabond Frog, which is pretty good. I mean, we don't play many buffs, so it's not like exquisite, but we play one general in this deck, or we have White General in this deck, so some synergy with Frog is there, and Frog is a good card on her own, so yeah. Then we get one Amelia, which is of course a great 4-drop. We get double Geno, one of the best 4-drops in the game. We get one Gawain, which is, I mean, I like to call this card the Swordcraft Hope, because actually in current meta, if anything of Swordcraft will walk, it will probably contain Gawain in the list. Then we get double Shrouded Assassin, which is a pretty good card. I mean, nothing exceptionally good, but definitely playable. Then we get Albert, what is considered to be one of the best legendaries of the game. Double Monica, which is also really good. Luminous Mage for synergy with all the commanders. Cyclone Blade for your board clears. Support Cannon, which is... I mean, this deck looks like Commander Sword, and I love this idea, but it's actually really cool, and I think that this deck is a solid base to develop something, alright? I think Cygames has got an idea this time. And after that we have Jolly Lodgers, time 3, which is, you know, they got us the 6-mana commander. In Gawain decks, 6-mana commanders are really important, because they actually are played on turn 5 right after Gawain. So I guess they couldn't give us Sage Commander and Otohime, so they gave us Jolly Rogers, I guess, right? It's fine, it's fine. As long as you don't get Bane, it's fine. Then we get Fangblade Slayer number 1 and Captain Wolfried also times 1. So yeah, we don't play that many officers, but we have some pretty solid officers like Vagabond Frog, Shrouded Assassin, both on stealth, will probably benefit from Captain Wolfried a lot. And then we have some 2-drops, right? And I mean 3-drops and below we have officers. Above that we have mostly commanders. So what do I expect from this deck is, first of all, pretty good, let's say, buy rate. I think a lot of people will go for this deck because it's actually pretty fun, and Alter Art Albert is amazing. We'll actually post the Albert art right here. Alright, hope you looked on it enough, because it's disappearing right now. And yeah, let's quickly get through the commons and silvers. I'm pretty sure we get the same amount as in forest, so the dust value should be enough. The dust value should be 1940 or something like that. I don't remember. You can check my previous video, I counted the dust value here. But of course you don't disenchant everything, right? I mean, no, actually the 2000 dust was without disenchanting everything. It was with keeping some cards. But generally the pre-built deck value is around 4000 in total dust. Right? You get 5 golds, you get 2 legendaries, that's already 3250. And then you get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You get 13 silvers, which is equal to 650 dust, and then you get bronzes. I'm pretty sure it will come around 3090, I mean 900, 3900, something like that, but it's not a topic today. So yeah, let's quickly go as True Forest deck. How many good cards we are getting? We are getting, well, everything in this deck is playable, except for Jolly Rogers, alright? Every single card in this deck is playable. How many cards in this deck will actually come in handy in current meta? Fanblade Slayer is not bad, Cyclone Blade is not bad, Luminous Mage is good, Monica is good, Albert is good, Gawain is good, Geno is great, Amelia is also great, White General with Sword is another deck but also great, Blitz Lancer, one of the base cards if you wanna play not neutral swordcraft in the current meta. Naval Guard, Simon and Samurai are maybe too slow, and the rest are basic cards, right? You cannot really afford to play 2-2 without effects right now. So, yeah, that's why people don't play Unica, actually, they play Lyriel over her. And, yeah, this is kind of the deck. I actually think this deck is great, and I can't wait to try it out. So, this video will be actually really short, and again, I'm not gonna cut the video here, or actually I am. See you in the game, guys. Alright guys, we are back with a game, and alright, let's see what we are getting here. I kind of want to get Gawain, that would be the dream, but we'll keep the 2-drop. We are in casual, so hopefully nothing crazy happens, but at least we are not against Grandmaster this time, right? Or are we? No, we are actually only against Master, that's fine. Wait, who is it? Bravo. I think I know that guy. I think I casted him in tournament one day, but not quite sure there. Right, anyway, we have some 2-drops. Him is 2-drops, that means he's either unlucky or playing a weird deck. Just in case he plays Skeleton Soldier, it's better to play Outlast Knight.
To arms, brother. At your service.
Or I could actually play a 2-drop and then trade with Quick Blader and value trade with a 2-drop over the Skeleton next turn, but it's fine, it's fine. Attendant, that's also fine. We'll drop Samurai and Quick Blader. Actually, we'll drop Vagabond Frog. That's a good top deck.
Time to settle down.
Just in case we top deck our White General. Alright guys, so in last video I didn't actually talk about possible development of the deck, but in this video I'm gonna, because Forest had no hope, alright? Forest was just really bad, and this deck is actually not bad. I think this deck has potential and you can actually build the deck around it. So if, you know, just for the new player coming into the game, we'll talk about the possibilities of this deck.
Time to settle down.
Samurai coming in clutch, that was actually pretty solid. Hopefully he doesn't have another word here.
At least it was at sea.
I mean, Necro Assassin would also be pretty bad. Demon Eater? Sure. He'll probably actually find Soul Conversion. Oh, snipe the 1-1, lucky us. No Soul Conversion, let's call this instead, that's fine. Yeah, he has killed the 5-1. We are pretty ahead with the 5-1 on board. Right, so we'll of course get this little Urd with a 1-1. There is Gawain, so I guess it's kind of late because we actually play Jolly Rogers next turn anyway, so I will probably keep Gawain for the enchant effect. Actually, I think I'm gonna play Naval Guard Simon on 6. Yeah, I think we'll play Gawain, why not?
100 battlefields, 100 prizes. Let's speed things
Do we
up.
kill this? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in Urd.
It won't be long now.
On this blade. Ha! Nice. Too slow.
Jolly Rogers for 5 doesn't really matter, but what matters is that we can play him actually on 7 together with Outlast Knight. Because I will probably play Naval Guard Simon. Oh, Squasher is painful. That's really painful. Cause I need to learn to play around Soul Squasher, cause this card always wrecks me.
Should have been quicker.
You wouldn't. You're breathing too loud.
I'm gonna tell
Alright. I don't really mind. He doesn't have evos left. Let's just play Naval Guard Simon. I'm not gonna evo that, because it kills 2 units anyway. Worst case scenario, he plays Ektar. We cannot really beat Ektar. I guess that, you know, Sword is not that powerful right now, because Sword is based on a lot of consistent units, and consistent units are not what wins you game right now. Consistent units are just not good enough. Consistency is out of meta right now. Consistency was meta, but it's not anymore. Right now, meta is high rolling. Cyclone Blade. We'll just play Jolly Rogers with Outlast. And we got banged, so we actually die. Right? I'm pretty sure we die. Yeah, we die. We cannot win because we got Bane. We needed to get something else here. Anyway, yeah, we'll concede here, and I don't think we'll look for another game, guys. Actually, we could, because the video is really short for now. But I'm not gonna, because I just want you to see for the new players how the deck draws. But notice that I think the elo on casual counts, so I will actually not face new players. But this deck is definitely better for new players, right? On like beginner level or I don't know, like B rank, C rank, and D rank, you should be able to get some wins with this deck. I can guarantee you that. Okay, you can take my word and hold me for it, because I really believe in this deck. But let's now just jump into the deck again, and we'll see something, alright? We'll see something cool. Alright, so first of all, if you wanna play this deck, you have to make some changes, some general changes. First of all, we'll focus on the commander core at first, right? Jolly Rogers is not playable. I mean, it is playable, but it's not what you wanna see. Instead, you want to invest in Otohime. A lot of people will, many people will laugh at me that Otohime is too slow and unplayable. She's not, because you play Gawain, and you also cut Shrouded Assassin and put in more Gawains. Alright, now you have the core of Gawain into turn 5 Otohime. Support Cannon is probably not good enough. I would cut it. What else? Cyclone Blade is probably good, but I wouldn't play it in this deck, because we play Otohime, we play a lot of 1/1s. This is how the commander deck actually works. You have to play cards like Wolfried and Sequin Otohime in order to play above the curve and actually get something done, right? So we cannot really... we have to high roll, guys, basically. If you wanna play meta, you have to high roll. So we are high rolling people with like 3 innervates, or, well, let's not call Hearthstone reference, because actually people ban me for that, but you are basically gaining mana advantage. Like, it's like gaining 3 Dragon Oracles, because you actually play above the curve. That's what Dragon does, and that's why Dragon is strong. If you look at the card games at all, it's always playing above the curve that wins you games. It's always like Shadow summons quick 4/4s with like Urd and Attendant or Death Sledger, and that's playing above the curve. You get 4/4s where you actually shouldn't be able to get them. So yeah, that's the general recipe for winning games. We'll cut Cyclone Blade and we'll put in more Alberts. Then we want to cut Vagabond Frog, cut Captain Lesia, cut White General, put in more Amelia, cut Ascetic Knight, put in some... I would love to say Grimnir, but I think that Grimnir is bad at the moment. But hear me out, guys. If Toph gets nerfed in 9 days, or even 8 days, Grimnir will be great again in not neutral decks. But until then, I will put White Paladin in this deck, alright? It's another investment, because you need 3 more golds, but we have to invest in the deck. If you don't have Paladin, you can probably play another 3-drop. If we check 3-drops at all, to be honest, we have some solid cards here. You can play Novice Trooper, you can even play Naviluetant. I wouldn't really mind that. from neutrals, you could play Grimnir, you could play Angel of the World. If you opened cards like Rapunzel, you can play them. Angelic Knight is not bad in Sword. Goblin Mage, I would rather not. Healing Angel is a possibility. I mean, as long as it's a 3 mana 2/3, you should be fine with it. But White Paladin is 3 mana 3 to ward, and I think they are exceptionally powerful right now because of cards like Tove and Alice. So yeah, 3 mana 3 to wards are actually good because people stopped playing cards like Whole Soul Swing, the 2 mana 2 damage spells. So yeah, 3 mana 3 to wards are better than 2/3 wards right now. That's just my opinion. And then we probably want to get some better 2-drops. I mean, we have still plenty of space in the deck, so we could go for something like Whole Soul Swing. Yeah, that's not a 3-drop. We could add like Whole Soul Swing. It's a terrific card when you are going second in neutral craft meta. Naval Guard Simon may be kept. I don't see a reason why not. Samurai can also be kept. Outlast Knight I would rather change, but he has a pretty good synergy with our Wolfrid, so I guess we could also keep them. And what else? I guess you could say that we want... let's actually see our 2-drops. Bladed Hedgehog is actually something really good, so I would probably cut Outlast Knight. Samurai is really good against the flat decks right now, so I would actually play Samurai. Let's play Bladed Hedgehog. It will be the only card from the Wonderland Dreams. What actually we got from Wonderland Dreams? Yeah, I could play Shield of Flame, but I really believe that Whole Soul Swing is better. We could play Old Man and Woman, but not really. Yeah, it's mostly neutral. Wide Reach Swordman is a great card. It's actually a really great card, but I don't think we can fit him because we already have a lot of 5-drops and we want actually more 5-drops. We'll try to fit another Luminous Mage because this card is insane. Yeah, Hero of Antiquity, it's not Commander, it's actually an Officer, so it doesn't really fit the deck. So yeah, but if you want to fit another Luminous Mage, you can probably cut something like one Amelia or White Paladin. I would rather cut one Amelia because we only have 5 3-drops. So let's cut one Amelia and put in... what am I looking for? The Sage Command... No, that's not Sage Commander. How is he called? I have to check. Luminous Mage, there we go. I couldn't remember the name. And add. So this would probably be how I would love to develop this deck, but notice that it's a lot of legendary and golds we add to the deck, right? We cut some golds. Let's say you disenchanted almost everything in the deck, right? You disenchanted everything we didn't play. You should have around 2000 dust from that, because you don't disenchant legendaries and like 2 golds, so maybe a bit less than 2000 dust, plus 40 packs you get at the beginning, or even 50 right now. You can get like 100 packs from the beginning of the game if you clear all the PvE quests and you know, open all the start rewards like the welcome packs. So you should probably be able to build something decent. You can buy previous pre-built decks for Sequin Otohime, just as I did, and you can also, you know, take it slow a bit and, for example, play Sea Rogers or Sage Commander instead of Otohime, because they are silvers. If you don't have Otohime, you can definitely play any other 6-drop commander, so Sage General, or if we check 6-drop, it's only Sage General or Sage Commander, and it's only Sage Commander and Otohime and Jolly Rogers. These are the only commanders. So yeah, I guess you could also play Alvida Command. We could fit it in actually, but for now let's not, alright? Definitely Alvida Command is something you want to keep in mind in this deck, but the problem with Sword is that you need to play everything, because Sword has really strong cards and it's really hard to decide what you wanna go with. But yeah, for now I would go with this Commander Core and some good early game. Yeah, with that said, I think we'll finish the video. Any last words from me? Maybe... yeah, definitely take it slow, guys. If you want to build this deck, focus on your Alberts first, then on Gawain's, then on Sequin Otohime, in this order. About golds, you probably want to prioritize... well, you will have one Amelia, you can play another Geno instead of Amelia, but I would recommend getting Amelia. These two golds you actually play initially, you get them from the rebuild deck, and White Paladin is... I really recommend playing this card, but you can go with another 3 mana minion, but I really recommend White Paladin. It actually is really good with Gawain when you chip it down to 2 mana or even 1 mana, and you can just drop it whenever, evolve it, and for example play it together with Wolfrid. If you play like Gawain on 4, or White Paladin on 3, Gawain on 4, Gawain on 5, Wolfrid on 6, and evolve the White Paladin of course before Wolfrid, but White Paladin won't survive that, so I guess it's meaningless, but it actually can work wonders with Gawain, so I highly recommend you get White Paladin. And with that said guys, I will finish the video here. I highly recommend you buy this deck. It's actually a great pre-built deck, and Albert is the best husbando of the game, so his altars is also amazing as you saw, so yeah, peace guys.